Hi, we already published a couple of videos on the iOS XR 7.4.1 new features, and you can find more details on xrdocs.io. The link is below. But 7.4.1 is not only about new features, it's also coming with the support of new hardware. And today we have Paban again presenting the new interface module for NCS 560.
Hello everyone, my name is Pavan Sharma and I am a technical marketing engineer with Cisco MIC Routing Business Unit. Today I am going to give an update on some of the NCS 560 interface module on iOS XR 7.4.1. I will start with the newly introduced N560 IMA 8Q/4L interface module. So this is a interface module with 8 multi-rate ports. They can act as in 10 gig, 25 gig or 50 gig mode. The ports are divided into 2 quads of 4 ports. So this interface module can operate either in 8x10 gig mode or 4x10 plus 4x25 or 4x10 plus 2x50 or 8x25 or say 425 plus 250 or 4 ports out of 55 gig mode. For the IAM compatibility, like on which slot this IAM will go, do refer to the interface module datasheet. Let's take a look at what is meant by quads and the port speeds. So the quad ones are port number 0 to port number 3, so they can be either at 10 gig mode or 25 gig mode. Similarly, quad 2 is port number 4 to port number 7, which can be either in 10 gig mode or 25 gig mode. Now if I enable 50 gig mode, let's say quad 1 is at 50 gig, then I get only the even number ports. That means 50 gig ports as designated here are port number 0 and port number 2. The other ports in this quad are disabled. Similarly, for quad 2, if 50 gig is enabled, port number 4 and port number 6 are available. Port 5 and port 7 are disabled. Now let's take a look at the logs from a router. So these are the saved logs from a router NCS 560-7 running 7.4.1. As I can see here, I have this particular interface module inserted in slot number 7 and slot number 9. Now if I see the ports in slot number 9, there are 8 ports of 25 gig available here. 25 gig 0900 to 25 gig 0907. Now I can configure this hardware module quad. So quad number is 1, slot number here is 9, and let's say I select the mode to be 10 gig and I commit this configuration hardware module quad 1 slot 9 mode 10 gig. So what happens? I can see my first quad of ports, port number 0 to 3 are now becoming 10 gig ports, and rest of the quads are unchanged and they are still in 25 gig mode. Now let's take a combination of other quad mode as well. So if I see like total this configuration, I can see my quad 1 slot 7 in 10 gig mode, quad 2 slot 7 is in 50 gig mode, and quad 1 slot 9, which I just configured, is in 10 gig mode. Now if I see the ports in slot 070, I can see my quad 1 as configured, they are in 10 gig mode, 4x10 gig are available, and the upper quad I have only 50 gig port number 4 and 50 gig port number 6. That means port 5 and port 7 are disabled, and I have this IAMs enabled in 4x10 plus 2x50 gig mode. So this was all about the newly introduced 25 gig capable interface module. The second update is a partial 4x10 gig support on the existing A900 IMA HZ or IMA HZL interface module. So this 8x10 gig interface module were introduced earlier, and prior to 7.4.1, since all ports are enabled, we needed a port that has a capacity of 80 gig and above. So for the 560-7 chassis, only port number 4, 5, 7 or 9, 10, 11 are able to host this particular IAM. Now with 7.4.1, there is a support for partial 4x10 gig mode. That means only 4 ports of these IAMs will be available. So thus I can host this IAM now in 7.4.1 slot 2, 3, slot 12, 13 on the 560-7 chassis. So how this will work? For the IMA HZ IAM, whenever I insert this interface module, so let's say on slot 2, 3 or say slot 12 or 13, my upper quad or the upper half ports, port number 4 to 7 will be disabled, and I'll be left with port number 0 to 3 in 10 gig mode. That is total 4 ports of 10 gig or 40 gig. For the IMA HZ-L, this is opposite. My lower half is disabled and I get the port number 4 to port number 7 in 10 gig mode. Let us check out the logs again. So as I can see, I have this IMA HZ in slot 12. I have IMA HZ in slot 13, and these are operational. Earlier, prior to 7.4.1, I won't be able to kind of operationalize these particular IAMs in this slot. Now with 7.4.1, if I see the ports that are coming in slot number 12, I can see port number 0 to 3 are there. There are no port 5 to or say port 4 to 7 because the upper half for IMA HZ are disabled. Now for the 13, I can see port number 4 to port number 7 are available, as I can see here, and the lower half is disabled because this is IMA HZ-L. So that was all about the updates on interface modules on NCS 560 that we brought in iOS XR 7.4.1. Thank you.
Next week, it will be me this time, and we'll talk about scale improvements. See you in the next one.